So this is a short demonstration video of the Forest Manufacturing Model 204 Heavy vertical blade traveling table bandsaw. I have other videos introducing the Model 204 and all its features, so I'll gloss over some of that. But this cute little saw has all kinds of fun stuff on it. First off, the quick reminder, Model 204, so it's got two 20-inch diameter wheels, will carry up to a 1-inch blade, or in some cases 1 1/4. We have pneumatic blade tensioning on here, so that includes a blade breakage detector. It includes a low pressure warning switch, so it'll shut off the machine if you lose air pressure, or if you break the blade. It makes it possible to very easily and accurately set the blade tension, regardless of whatever size blade you're using. The big thing you're probably seeing here on the table is this here. So the customer for this specific saw is cutting rolls of material, fairly dense, heavy rolls, anything from 10 to 20 inch diameter of a gasket material, cork, rubber, all kinds of stuff, but heavy. And he wants to be able to reposition those accurately and keep them square to the blade. So what we've done here is taken two sections of roller conveyor and put them into a V, such that a cylindrical item is set in the V. You can reposition it very easily. Kind of fun. This roller V cradle is bolted to the table surface, so you pull it off and you have a normal work surface. You can just cut whatever you need to cut on it. Also worth noting on this machine, they've got lots of the fun options. This is our variable controls. Use the same basics on a lot of our different vertical saws, some of our horizontal saws. So first, just like all of our controls, it has table drive, variable speed. It's controlled with an inverter, so we have an acceleration, deceleration profile programmed in. Right now we have it set up for a maximum of 2 inches per second, but with the inverter we can overspeed that by about 2.5 times. You can hit about 5 inches per second max speed on this. I have it set up for 2 right now. We have saw start, saw stop, of course, and this machine has a handheld remote control pendant. Now a machine this small, it's kind of overkill, but this allows you to control the machine functions, duplicating most of the controls here on the panel face. But you can walk around the saw and view and control the cut operation while watching from any angle. So I can start, obviously, blade drive, stop it, table forward, table reverse. We have it's either 2 or 3 second delay baked into the control, such that when you're going forward, you can't just slam it and go straight to reverse. You have to pause 2 to 3 seconds between stopping and going the other direction, just to keep the operator from slamming the machine back and forth and doing damage. And as the name suggests, this machine has variable speed for the blade drive motor. The customer's cutting, like I said, gasket material. It could be anything from rubber, cork, whatever else they're putting in gaskets nowadays. And some of those like to be cut at different blade speeds. So here on the panel face, you can run from 0 to 100% corresponding to 0 to 3,000 feet per minute blade speed. That's 60 hertz. This is an inverter, so 60 hertz gives you 3,000 feet per minute blade speed. You can overspeed this to about 90 hertz, gives you 4,500 feet per minute, which is pretty fast for this style of blade. Worth noting, this is a brake motor. So we have, when you hit the saw start button, either here or here, comes up to speed. I have it set for about a 5-second acceleration profile, so it goes from 0 to full speed in 5 seconds, or for slower speeds proportionally more quickly. When I hit the stop button, stops now. So we have a brake motor under here. We have the brake controlled separately in the control panel. So normally inverters and brake motors don't get along, but we have a trick to make sure they do get along. That way you don't have the blade spinning down slowly and silently, posing a risk to the operator. The blade speed is only located here on the panel face. So saw start, stop are duplicated. Tension and detention is only on the panel face. You do have warning indicators if there's a blade fault or a fault with either of the drives. On the table drive system, you have table forward, reverse, and stop controls, both on the panel face and on the handheld remote. The table return speed is on the panel face only. The thinking is, while you may want to control the speed or change the speed for the forward direction when you're making a cut, after you make a cut, when you return the table to home position, you're pretty much always going to want to go at full speed. So we have the potentiometer for the return speed here on the panel face. Realistically, the operator's going to set that at 100%, never touch it. But on the forward speed, that is here on the end of this controller. So I can forward, slow it down, speed it up. Worth noting on these controls, the way they're set up, when the blade is not running, to move the table forward, you have to press and hold either of the forward buttons. You release, it stops. When the blade is running, press forward, then it'll go forward automatically until it hits the end of table stop and stops everything. Let it do that. So the logic here is, first off, in case of a blade fault, if you are running the machine, you break a blade, the idea is to have the table stop in addition to stopping the blade, so you don't run the workpiece into the now broken blade, possibly damaging the workpiece. Also, bring this back home. When the blade is not running, you may want to advance the table to pre-position the workpiece or get it out of your way or whatever. But I don't want the operator to be able to start the table moving and move the workpiece into the blade if the blade is not running. You might damage the blade, damage the workpiece, whatever. So, like I said, if the blade is running, press the forward button, it goes until it hits the end of travel stop. If the blade is not running, you can still move the table forward for pre-positioning or maintenance or whatever just by pressing and holding the forward button. Let it go, it stops. Also for fun, this machine has a laser. It's not the kind of laser that actually does any cutting. It's more of an indicator. Press the laser button either here or here. You can probably see on my hand there. That's going to show where on the workpiece you're going to cut. Press the button again, turns off. In the event of a power failure, everything shuts off and stays off. You do have an e-stop station here. You're not be able to see it. So if you have everything running, and for whatever reason you need to stop, hit the big red mushroom button, and that does what the big red mushroom button always does. This is wired normally closed, so you can conceivably chain several e-stops together and put them all around the machine, or hook them into any other kind of a safety system or fencing if that's what you want. Another all-stop button here on the panel face. Cabinet. Typical for this kind of thing, we have a fuse disconnect, very tidy wiring. The two drives have separate disconnects inside, so we can shut them down. We're using a micro PLC, really more of a smart relay here to control everything. Everything's fused up, fan-cooled cabinet, and that's what it does. So it's just a cute little Model 204 Heavy with the variable controls package, just a very full-featured machine in a small package. If you have any questions or would like to discuss a specific application, please feel free to call us here at Forrest Manufacturing. Thank you.